the Philippines. Crazy. Hell, what?
You will be okay.
Will I be okay? What? What do you say? Will I be okay? Will I be okay for what? What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. What you mean, meow, meow? I just dropped everything. What the hell? Oh, Philippines! Oh, back, fucking nigga! Oh, chill out! Hey! Go the fuck out! Watch out! Oh, back up! This is crazy.
Ishowspeed is on a world tour. For the past few days, he's been bouncing around from country to country across Asia and stopping in some places that don't exactly have the best reputation. From the slums of Manila to the BBC, he's been stomping around and leaving his mark in the region, the entire time trying to escape hordes of plagued children. Plagued with what, you may ask? The zombie baby brainworm that seems to have rotted the essential functioning of an entire generation. It's no small feat to go and meet one of the biggest streamers in the entire world in your own home country, where something like this might have seemed completely impossible. But holy shit, is this not the most insane reception somebody could have drawn up? Within the first 15 minutes, there were hordes of Filipino children clamoring through the fences trying to get a bite of his head. And that was before getting crossed up by a small Asian schoolboy. That was only the beginning of the madness we'd see for the next 3.5 hours. The droves of children barking louder than traffic was a symptom that Speed created himself, so I don't think it's fair to blame the little booger babies here. But what other YouTubers' fans would try to convince their idol that he's eating cat?
Meow, meow, what you mean, meow, meow?
Things would only get wilder and more chaotic as the stream went on, with some of these kids getting absolutely deranged, to the point where Speed had to take shelter inside of a food shop, and even in there had to deal with kids pressing their faces and potentially much more against the glass. The beginning of the stream started innocently enough, to be honest, and I don't think it's fair to say that Speed encouraged this demonic reaction from these rabies children. It's more a matter of the lowest IQ specimens finally figuring out where to find him after he lingered around the same area for too long, which is something that he seemed to be trying to avoid. But non-English speaking drivers and a wrong turn was all it took to turn a neighborhood stroll into the Walking Dead Filipino mode. A child standing less than 3 feet tall tracked and followed him on horseback through a 3-mile segment of the city to ask him English or Spanish. What kind of crack is in his videos that is giving these children superpowers to be capable of this? I don't think I've ever witnessed people so caught up in fame and frenzy, and that might just be because I don't know how crazy things can get inside of a fan's head. I don't really think that these kids are particularly insane, and your average Drake fan might do a whole lot more to taste the tiniest bead of scalp sweat for whatever reason they may want to. And that doesn't mean that you should ignore the degeneracy that went on here, but we should look at what the stream really showed. I don't think it's fair to blame Speed for everything that went down here. He started the stream wandering around the slums of Manila with 2 bodyguards, a cameraman that forgot it was his job to film him, and no plan but to be out there. You could call it disorganized, but it seemed like a genuinely nice gesture, just interacting with the community and with your fans everywhere. Clearly he knows what kind of influence he has, and rather than pulling some kind of stunt with so much money behind it that you could feed the entire country, he's just out there to touch the lives of all these kids that look up to him. As much as it is an act that's played up for the camera, it did seem like he started to get genuinely frustrated at some points. And even being as famous as he is, this is a level of hectic that he's not used to. And it was kind of in bad taste for them to be behaving like this. And some fans did take it too far to try and get a reaction out of him. I'm pretty sure some of these kids were catching a bus ride just to have a shot at being next to him. The extent that some of his fans would go to just to have a moment with him is almost as inspiring as it is scary. It's a level of dedication that makes me uneasy. And it did start to get disruptive, with fans blocking traffic and swarming so bad that the stream had to be end early once they got to the BBC. Before the degens came out at night, it was so cute how many kids were just so excited to get any type of interaction with him, and how it would absolutely make their year, their decade, or who knows how long. It's such a highlight to go and meet one of your idols like this. I think he deserves respect for not trying to make a clip out of everything. And I guess while you could say that when you're live streaming everything is content, this 2-second clip of you giving this kid some money and not playing it up at all has a real good chance at going under the radar when your whole stream is 3.5 hours long. It's a genuinely nice gesture, and even if it is for the camera, it's realer than most of the things we see from other streamers. You look at a personality like Speed and you see the way that he is online, and you wouldn't be wrong to think that anything he did in person would be 2 steps away from inciting terrorism. But with this, he showed he's so much more than that. And he had his fun where he could, but didn't go too far to disrupt people just going about their day. Even when everything is encouraging him to play it up for the bit. It's nice seeing a streamer that actually knows what their presence can do, and not getting themselves exiled because they trolled too hard. We might call them zombies, but a lot of these kids are just starstruck, and they don't know where the boundaries are. And regardless of that, Speed is out here trying to make them happy, giving them a moment that should have been impossible. All of this is just to say, W Speed.
Yes, sir. I love you very much. Thank you, bro. I love you so much. Yes, sir.
Please subscribe so that I can eat. And so that you don't miss my new videos. New videos coming real soon. Press that button so you don't miss anything. Bye bye.